Hi, everybody. I'm so excited that you've chosen to join me on our free training today. So it's my goal to give you hope today. In all my trainings, it's my goal to give you hope. But also, during our current health crisis, it's especially important that you come away from this video with, just a sense that you know what to do now, that you can take action, that you don't have to be afraid, that there are things that you can do to help protect yourself and your family. Very effective things, very natural things, and things that are easy for you to get started on today. All right, so let's get started on the training. I'm going to share my screen with you so we can go over some things together. Go ahead and share this. And let's see here. Let me go ahead and make this big for you. There we go. All right. Hopefully you can see that nice and big now. All right. So our free training today is the #1 way to build your immune resistance using cutting edge medical science. So what you need to know first and foremost is that there are new medical discoveries to help right now. The biomedical literature is literally exploding with new discoveries. And it's true that we really are in what we're calling the evolution of medicine. It's a very exciting time. These old medical dogmas and paradigms are quickly being replaced with new information. And this is information that is truly saving lives, making a huge difference in the way we understand how our bodies work. And we can use this cutting edge medical science to help protect ourselves and our loved ones in our current health crisis. Now, how do I know? Because it's my job as a research scientist to keep up with these latest biomedical advances. And I suffered from 7 severe chronic illnesses myself for decades, and I reversed them using this new science. I wasn't supposed to do that. I was told that I was incurable. Well, that's just no longer true. So the most exciting discovery, and you probably already know this if you watch the news or Dr. Oz or Oprah, or, there's 100 different shows out there that have talked about this already. It's pretty well known. Or, if you've searched the internet for health options and you follow Dr. Mark Hyman or Jeffrey Bland or David Perlmutter of Grain Brain fame. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Dr. Terry Walls, Dr. Tom O'Brien. There are so many awesome doctors out there who are screaming the truth from the rooftops. Then you probably already know the latest scientific bombshell, and that is that many of our epidemic chronic illnesses are now known to be mostly preventable and reversible. So you really can reverse your disease and prevent future disease. That's right. Science has now given us the tools to both prevent and reverse most of our devastating chronic illnesses. We really do now have real answers to help people. And we can use these answers to build our immune resistance right now during our current health crisis. And honestly, we must. Scientists know that within a generation or maybe 2, many of our chronic conditions can become a thing of the past. So we really truly are in a very exciting time in medical history. And what I want to really drive home today is that you can stop worrying about the coronavirus if you just take action today. Right? So you need to know right now that there aren't 100 different ways to reverse and prevent disease. So you don't need to be afraid. You just need to know the #1 most powerful way to build immune resistance right now. And this is based on overwhelming scientific evidence over the last 30 years, over 600,000 published studies. It's really the one thing that most scientists will agree on. So there's really only one main way to build your resistance to virus. And by doing this one thing, you can start to reverse your other chronic symptoms as well. And you can create your optimal health. And I used this cutting edge science myself to reverse my severe chronic illnesses. So I'd love to tell you my story now. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Dorinda Smith. I am an autoimmune disease research scientist. I'm an immunologist. I'm a toxicologist, and I'm a functional medicine nutritionist. And I started my business, True Wellness Today, to provide you with scientific health solutions and teach you how to have your best health. So what happened to me is I was well established in my career. I had my master's in immunology and toxicology, and I was doing NIH funded immunotoxicology research. I was a PhD candidate in immunology and autoimmunity at Duke, and I did my PhD fellowship in immunology and autoimmunity at the NIEHS. That's a branch of the NIH. And I published research papers, and I worked in my field for about 13 years at various different places, Duke and Human Genome Sciences, when the worst thing that could have happened to me happened to me. And I developed my own set of autoimmune diseases. So first it was scleroderma with Raynaud's and severe fibromyalgia. Then it became thyroiditis, which later became Hashimoto's. I had polymyositis, arthritis, IBS that later became Crohn's. I had Addison's disease, and then I developed lupus antibodies. And the conventional dogma at the time was that we didn't know what the cause was. And my specialist said that I had about 10 years to live and 20 if I was lucky. And of course, everyone was saying, yeah, there's really no cure, and therefore there's really no hope. But this is my granddaughter, Jana. And unfortunately, because of a family tragedy, I was left to raise her by myself while I was sick. So when I was finally diagnosed, she was only 3 years old. And my worst fear was that I would die and she'd be left alone in foster care. So for 14 years, I suffered with just about every symptom you can imagine. I had very extreme fatigue, horrible pain, migraines. I had brain fog and aphasia so bad that there were times when I couldn't find words. I couldn't even remember my own dog's name sometimes. So much confusion and mood swings and very severe gastrointestinal issues. I couldn't sleep. And just it went on and on and on. And if you have chronic illness, you know exactly what this feels like. I lived on a cocktail of anywhere between 12 and 20 different pharmaceutical medications per day. And I lost a lot because of my illness. I lost my career as a scientist. I became disabled, and I spent most of my days on the couch or in bed. I lost my husband. I lost some friends along the way who didn't understand. Most of my own family didn't understand. And there were even people at my church who didn't understand. And even once I was called a failure simply for being ill and not being able to be dependable. So this was me when I was sick as a dog at 213 pounds, a little bit different than today. So you can see that that's not the end of my story. I found all the research supporting functional medicine. And if you haven't yet heard of functional medicine, it's basically the latest evolution of medicine in our progression of learning. It's basically using the cutting edge discoveries in medicine that create optimal health and reverse chronic illnesses. And if you'd like to see my full story, you can go and watch our other training video. It's a 90-minute video. It's much longer than this one. And it's at gotruewellnesstoday.net, where I tell my true story with, there's a couple of really miraculous things that happened to me. But what happened then when I found functional medicine is I got my very first spark of hope, and I totally geeked out. And I did what any scientist would do. I did a comprehensive literature review, basically from my bed. And this is where scientists go to all of the published literature, and we're looking for the truth. We're looking for all the different studies that prove the truth, basically. And so once I got done with that, and I realized that there was so much published science out there, and this is science that conventional medicine is not currently using yet, or they're just starting to use it. There is so much more in the studies, in the published literature. And so then I started studying the top names in functional medicine, including the father of functional medicine, Dr. Jeffrey Bland, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. David Perlmutter, Dr. Daniel Amen, and so many others. I studied just about all of them and the different protocols that they were using. And I found that they were all very similar. And so I started experimenting with those functional protocols myself on my own. And lo and behold, they started working, and I started actually getting better. So, very long story short, and again, you can go watch the story at go.truewellnesstoday.net. But now I am 3.5 years into my healing journey, and my 7 autoimmune conditions are essentially reversed. I don't have symptoms anymore, or, just the tiniest amount of little bit of Raynaud's left. And, really that's it. No pain, right? No inflammation. I'm off of all 20 of my pharmaceutical medications. And as you can see, I lost 100 pounds. And so now it's my very passionate, God-given mission to help you. I want to stop your suffering. If you have any chronic symptoms, I want to teach you how to be optimally healthy. And I have a Facebook group called Heal Autoimmune Disease Now. And our goal this year is to help teach 500,000 people how to reverse their autoimmunity and get healthy in 2020. So you're thinking, how? How did you do this? So there's really only one main way to start reversing your chronic symptoms. And by doing this one thing, you'll get the added benefit of immune resistance, which provides protection from virus. You can create your optimal health. And I used this cutting edge science to reverse my 7 autoimmune diseases and get my life back. So what is it? The number one most powerful way to build immune resistance is to stop your chronic inflammation. I'm going to say that again. You need to stop your chronic inflammation. So there is overwhelming scientific evidence. All you need to do is a simple PubMed search of the scientific literature. You're going to find over 614,000 published studies suggesting that chronic inflammation is the underlying cause of most disease. Now, what you need to know is that scientists have proven that most, if not all, of our symptoms are caused from chronic inflammation. And this is true even if your lab testing is a little antiquated and it isn't sensitive enough to show your inflammation. So scientists have proven that by reducing and eliminating chronic inflammation, that disease symptoms get better and can even completely disappear. And you need to know right now, during our current health crisis, that virus and other pathogens cannot take hold when your inflammation is low. So you also need to know that the top treatment centers around the world are now using this latest science to help their patients get well, including some of the biggest names: Harvard, the Ultra Wellness Center, the Cleveland Clinic, Cancer Centers of America, Sheba Medical Center, which is Dr. Yehuda Schoenfeld. He's one of the world's leading autoimmune disease scientists. And there are so many others that we don't have time to mention right now. But what you need to know is that it's time for you to learn how to use the latest cutting edge medical advances right now. So here are many of the reasons that scientists have discovered why you have higher chronic inflammation. And to be honest, we don't have time to get into all of them today. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to the other free training, which is at go.truewellnesstoday.net. Today, we're going to focus on how you can get started specifically to start building your immune resistance to virus and other pathogens today. Okay, so the things that I want to talk to you today are your non-negotiables right here, and that has to do with how well you're sleeping, how much water you're drinking, how much exercise you're getting, how many times a day you're pooping, and whether you have a grounding source of peace, right? Especially right now during these critical times. And the next thing that I want to help you with is your nutrition. Now, start laughing. You knew that you weren't going to get through this training video about how to be healthy without talking about nutrition. And the truth is that we cannot get healthy if we're not willing to make some really important changes in our nutrition. Obviously, we can't eat M&Ms and cheeseburgers and ding dongs and ho-hos, right? We can't eat stuff like that all the time and expect our bodies to have really good optimal health. And so it's important that you learn how to do this. Now, I know what you're going to say next is that, oh my goodness, there are so many different diets out there now, the keto diet and the elimination diet and the this diet and the that diet and the AIP diet and how do I find the right diet for me? How do I know which diet is going to work for me? Right? And so what we're doing for you today is we're getting you started with a basic diet that is anti-inflammatory and healthy for everyone, right? But it's very general. And then with the program that we're going to give you, we're going to teach you how to find your true ultimate diet for you that will help you to get healthy and help you to build your immune resistance, especially now. And what you need to know is that by changing your nutrition and starting to make these different changes in our lifestyle practices, changing the way we sleep, how much water we drink, whether we get enough movement or not, learning how to poop properly. I know that's really funny, but the truth is that most of us don't, right? And most of us don't even realize that we're not doing that. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be providing you with a very simple, super inexpensive program that can help you learn how to do this, get started. And guess what? You can even do it now that you're at home. You can start doing it today. And even your kids can do it with you. And so you can do this as an entire family to help you to build your immune resistance, to protect yourself from the virus, and to help to remove maybe some of those chronic symptoms that you may already have, right? Help yourself to get optimally healthy. That's my goal. So it is super, super easy to get started doing this. People don't realize how easy it is, right? But you need a quick and easy way to get started because most people don't know how to do it, right? And especially, I keep saying this, but it's true, especially now during our current health crisis, we all really must take action and put the fear away and protect ourselves. So we're going to make this a no-brainer for you. This program is so ridiculously low priced, really, that virtually everybody can do this. Everybody can afford it because we've removed the price barrier for you. And this program is so super easy to follow that even if you are currently very chronically ill, you can still do this. And the truth is that if you want to start to feel better, you really must do this. So this is our 10-day easy quick start program. And here's what you'll receive. It's a 47-page program that is super quick and easy to read, right? That you can get through it, in a couple of hours, really. It includes a full anti-inflammatory supplement protocol that's a $97 value. And that has your dosages and everything that you need in it, even the exact brands of the supplements that we recommend. Your anti-inflammatory nutrition plan that doubles as a grocery list, that's a $57 value at least. There's a simple sleep and circadian rhythm protocol that's based on the latest Nobel Prize winning science to help you learn how to get better sleep at night, which is critical for your health. There's also a simple liver cleanse protocol that's a $27 value at least. Then we've given you a bunch of little bonuses. First of all, we give every one of our clients a 20% discount on supplements for life through our Wellevate site. We have an easy get moving plan for you that literally, even if you're sick and you're in bed, even if you're in the hospital, this is a get moving plan that even you can do. Okay, we can all do this. We have a craving killer superfood Trinity smoothie recipe, and these smoothies make getting healthy super easy. They're yummy to drink. Even kids will drink them, and it provides superfood nutrition for you that will actually start changing your gut health pretty much immediately. Within the first 24 hours of using a smoothie recipe like this, you will actually start to change your gut health. And guess what? Your gut health controls your immunity. So you will start to build immune resistance right away by drinking this smoothie. And of course, we're going to give you a health journal to help you track your healing journey, to help you, just keep track of what you're doing every day and make it super, super easy for you. So the total value of this program is over $300, but I told you we're making it a no-brainer. We're going to give it to you today for only $7. And the truth is that I wanted to give this away for free, but it honestly costs money to put this out and give it to people on Facebook and the various other advertising sites. And so we have to charge just a little bit for it, but I think that it's plain to see that we're really trying to give you a ton of value for just a tiny, tiny bit of money. So we're really making the price of the program just enough to promote the truth to the world so that we can help you protect yourself and your family right now and help you create your optimal health. And everyone who buys this $7 program, you're giving hope and healing to hundreds of others who are suffering, because it costs about $7 to put the message out to about 500 people on Facebook. So that's why we're doing this awesome mission. So I'm boldly asking you today, will you help our mission? Will you get your 10-day quick start program? Will you start using it for you and your family? Start creating your own optimal health in a really easy to follow way. Trust me, you will be happy that you did. So really, in order to do this, all you really need now is the knowledge, and that's what we're giving to you. And you need a little expert help along the way, right? But you got this, you really do. So you really can truly be like me. You can take your life back from chronic illness. You can take control and take action right now instead of being afraid. Okay, so again, here's our 10-day easy quick start program. Here's what you receive, the 47-page program that you can read through right away. It's an anti-inflammatory supplement protocol with everything you need. It's the anti-inflammatory nutrition plan with a grocery list, simple sleep and circadian rhythm protocol, the simple liver cleanse protocol, and the bonuses, the 20% discount on supplements for life. I mean, that is huge, right? Because everybody needs their supplements. You got an easy get moving plan. You're getting the craving killer superfood Trinity smoothie recipe, which I need to mention, it makes it really super simple for you to give up some of these inflammatory foods too, like, excess sugar and things like that, right? These things, they're not always the easiest things for people to do, but if you know how to do them and you've got a special smoothie that actually helps you with your cravings and makes it so that your neurochemicals are saying, oh, okay, I'm satisfied. I don't really need sugar right now. That makes it a lot easier for you. And you're going to get your health journal to help you track your journey. Again, it's an over $300 value. We really went over the top to try to give you just as much value as we possibly can, because we want you to see, we want you to trust us, right? But you know, it's only $7, right? So you can do this. And we're also giving you a one-time bonus too, that just for today, while you're watching this video, if you go ahead and order your $7 program, you can add the video masterclass to that. It's a $97 value. It's over an hour long, and it helps to walk you through the program and answers a lot of questions that people have. And that's only for $10. So we'd like you to go ahead and click the order now button below, and you're going to receive your 10-day easy quick start program via download immediately, so you can get started protecting yourself and your family today. So I want to thank you for learning with us today. I look forward to supporting you along the way. We're always here to answer your questions, and I would love to watch you get your health and your life back. So see you soon.